Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be working with the Shadow of Oz deck, and I'm going to be sharing one of my favorite tarot spreads with you. Now, if you've watched my videos in the past, I cannot remember exactly how many of these I actually have on there, but I know there's at least one or two, because this is my absolute favorite spread to do. It's the one that I do at festivals. It's the one that I do like any kind of festival event, something like that, face to face, because it really gets specific, sort of. It's a general reading, but it's got a lot of information in it. You've got your present situation, you know, what you're focused on in the present time, what energy is working with you, the future aspect of it. That's the middle card. That's the one that most people are usually interested in, the one that's about what the future might hold. Now, the future is not written. The future is very much up to chance, up to change. The choices that we make in the present, then life liking to throw things upside down and flipping everything on its head, those can very much change the future. But the future is there to give you an idea of what to expect. And then there's the advice position. The advice position is the advice that the universe, God, spirit, higher self, guides, however you choose to see it. That is the advice that they have for you. So we're going to be using the Shadow of Oz tarot, one of my absolute favorite decks, because I love The Wizard of Oz. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And stories. Yes, The Wizard of Oz is based on one book out of, I believe there's 19 of them, you know, so the story continues after Dorothy comes back in the movie, after she sees Auntie M and all of her friends and everything like that. The story continues. I'm just going to tell you that. I will put the link in the description below of where you can purchase the books yourself. Ebooks, I believe where I read them from was Amazon Kindle, so that's what I will be sharing with you if I can find them. Those links will be down in the description below if you want to check them out. But today we're talking about tarot, and we're using this beautiful deck. Like, I love the backgrounds and everything, to see what they have to share with us. As this is for all of us, as this is for humanity, it's going to be very general. It might not relate with you. It might relate to you a lot. And I want to put this option out there if you are interested. Personal readings are absolutely available. A reading such as this one, like we're going to do now, is it's about $10 US dollars if you're interested in that. If you want a written one, which I can do very much as well, that one's going to be $5 more, because, you know, a lot more time goes into it, a lot more effort goes into it on my personal part. So if you're interested in either of those, then please comment on this video, message me on either of the socials, or visit my website and book one directly from there, because personal readings, those are what I love to do as well. General readings, you know, that's for everybody. They're really enjoyable, but I'll go way more in depth with your personal one if you're interested in that. Okay, we have the deck here, and we're going to shuffle it the way that I shuffle it, because I don't want to bend the cards, because this is a wonderful deck. It's one of those indie decks, so very want to keep it in perfect condition. And as always, I want to begin this by thanking the cards, thanking our guides, the universe, spirit, God, however we choose to see it, thanking them for giving me a voice that I can share with you. And then I say thank you 9 times. So it's thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you. So that is the beginning of how we shuffle the cards. You know, again, this is how I shuffle. So it's kind of like a meditative thing as you watch the cards go down, and you can really talk to the deck, have a conversation with them. Like, this is what I want to ask. This is what I want to say. As I've already told you, we kind of already have an idea of what we're going to do. You know, what might the future, or what might the present be for us right now? Like the present situation, what energy are we working with presently? What might the future hold? Again, the future is not written. The choices that we make today in the present can change our future, and the universe just loving to throw everything on its head. That can also change the future. And then the advice position is the advice our guides have for us. What information they think we need to know. What path we can take to achieve that future if we want to achieve it, or to completely avoid it if it looks like it sucks. Because again, the present is the present moment, and the present is all we have. The future is up to us to create, and the advice that we are given, we can either take it or we can not take it. It's entirely up to us. It's those choices that we make every day. Those are the things that can change our future for the better or make them worse. It depends on what choices that you decide to make. There, the deck has been shuffled and cut, so we're simply going to fan it out. Now, if this was a face-to-face reading, obviously you'd be picking the cards yourself, so you would know exactly which ones you want to pick. These are the ones that are calling to me as I pull them out. Go right there. Fan the cards back up. Take a little sneak peek at the bottom of the deck, and we'll get to that card, the Queen of Cups, here in a moment. So lead with love. That is much of a message right there. We've got the 3 cards here, and I'm going to set them right like that. We're going to hit them, yeah, get to them one at a time so we can stay focused and really get the information that we're trying to seek. Okay, up first we have the present position and the present situation, and that would be justice. Justice is a very, very positive card to see, especially if it comes in upright. But when it comes to the upright cards, of course, they all have this positive side. And even the reversal sometimes can be seen as positive, but this one's very much upright. You saw me turn it over. And justice represents, fair, balance, the scales, astrologic connected to Libra. He's opening himself up here. I believe his name is TikTok, and Dorothy meets him in the Return to Oz. Like, she, winds him up and gets him to be her friend and everything like that. But you can see there inside, he's got the scales. Within himself, he's fair and balanced. And a lot of times when this card comes up, and it can be right, this could be what it represents for you right now too. If life hasn't been fair and balanced to you, and you feel like life isn't fair and balanced, then this says that things are going to turn around. Things are feeling like they're going to turn around already, because this is the present situation, the present position. So it says, believe that things are going to be more fair and balanced. Believe you are worthy of justice. If things don't seem like they're going your way, then you need to focus on being fair to yourself. Love and treat yourself well in order for the universe to smile upon you and be fair and just to you as well, because that's working with the law of attraction. The things that you want out of life, the goodness, the fairness, the compassion, the kindness, the positivity, you have to believe you're worthy of it, and say that inner monologue of I am worthy of fairness, life is fair to me, focusing on that instead of the opposite of saying life isn't fair to me, I'm not happy, I'm not worthy of this happiness. Then the universe believes that's what you want. So focus on that positivity, focus on that good. Open yourself up to believing that you are worthy of that fairness and balance, and life is going to be fair and balanced for you. So just staying positive, believing you are worthy of that. And this appearing in the present position definitely says that things are going to turn around in your favor. But again, it's up to you. You are the one living the life. If you want life to be fair and balanced for you, then you have to believe that it's possible. You have to believe you're worthy of it. So this appearing here is your guide's way of saying, you are worthy of it. You need to see yourself that way. Even if the past was not fair to you, even if people were unfair to you, life was unfair to you, those curveballs that just turned everything upside down all the time, if that's been the inner monologue and that's been the situation in the past, then this is a welcome opportunity and a welcome sign that things are going to get better. Life is going to turn around in your favor. If you've been waiting on a decision or a choice or something like that, if you've been waiting for I can't think of the right word right now, like a judge's decision or something like that, then believing that justice will be served, justice will be in your side, that's going to help you find that success. That's going to help you find that fair and balanced life. It has to come from within. You have to believe it, and that's what's going to make it happen. The universe is saying that it's possible, that potential is there. You must be fair and just to yourself, and life will be fair and just to you. So we're going to set justice down right here, this astrological connection to Libra, connecting to that energy. Libra is often seen as the sign that very much focuses on the happiness of their partners, their significant others, and stuff like that. So it's important to be fair and balanced to them, but it's also important to be fair and balanced to yourself as well. So believing you are worthy of that fairness, justice, and balance in the present, that's going to help you make your future what you want it to be. That's going to help you find the success that you seek, and that's going to help make the life moving forward a little more fair and balanced for you. Now we're going to move forward to the future position. We're going to turn it over, and it is the Six of Discs, which is also known as the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, Six of Discs, Six of Coins. I think the Pentacle suit, the suit of Earth, is one of the most interchangeable names there, because there's so much that you can focus on that. It's material happiness, financial success, those things that make us feel grounded and comfortable in these earthly existences. And Glenda in this illustration, yes, this is Glenda, the good witch of the north. She's sharing her wealth, her kindness, compassion, everything with the less fortunate. You can see they seem to be covered in gold and everything as well. So they seem to be well off already enough as themselves, but Glenda is there to share her wealth with them as well. So whether life has been fair and balanced to you in the past, even if it hasn't, by focusing on the good and maybe sharing your own wealth and kindness and compassion with others, because when it comes to the sharing is caring card, that's what I call the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Discs, or the Six of Coins, is the sharing is caring card. When we share with others, others share with us, the universe shares with us. Again, sharing is caring. Sharing shows how much we care for the world, we care for others, and sharing our light, even if it's not money or financial aspects, just sharing with others can help life be for more sharing and caring with us, more fair and balanced to ourselves in our own lives. And this preparing for the future position kind of suggests, like, once we're open, once we're free, once we believe that that fairness and balance is on our side, then we're going to be more willing to share with others. We're going to have more to share with others, because then we can share the same light. We can share the same truth. That law of attraction will work in our favor if we believe that it's possible and we focus on the good. And sharing that information and sharing that wisdom with others, that could be one aspect of the sharing is caring card. Just being there for someone else, sharing a kind word, compassion, empathy. A compliment can make somebody's day so much better. And this card appearing for the future position says that it's entirely possible when we share with others now, when we share our light, when we share our balance, and we share that fairness and justice with ourselves, then we'll have more to share with the world in the future. And that world will want to share with us as well. The world can become a more kind and caring place. Because again, this is for humanity, so it's very generalized and it connects to all of us. And it says when we're fair and balanced to ourselves, then we can be fair and balanced to others in the future, and more kind and compassionate, and share much more love, compassion, and empathy with the world, making the world a better place for all. Now, the Six of Pentacles, discs, coins, a Six of Earth is astrologically connected to the second decan of Taurus. So it's about April 1st to about April 10th or 11th. So that energy where like it's fixed spring, it's focusing on like the, comfortability, the warm weather's getting warmer and everything like that, we might be more willing to share. But in the present, as I'm making this video, it's very much winter, everything is covered in snow. So we have to find that internal sharing. We have to share kindness with ourselves. We have to be fair and balanced to ourselves. And then the future can very much be fair and balanced as well. We can share our kindness with others, others will share their kindness with us, and life can become a better place for all. So sharing is caring is in our future. We can show everybody we care because we showed ourselves we cared in the present. Now we're going to move to the advice position, and I always kind of seem to with the future position, because it's not written, to make that a little bit of advice as well, but it does make sense for the future. If you're fair and balanced to yourself, then you can be fair and balanced to others and share that kindness and compassion and wisdom with the other people that need it in their lives and as well, and be an inspiration to others. Now the advice position comes up as judgment, and I love this illustration because there's so much going on. Like seriously, like every single character from the Wizard of Oz universe is here. You've got the donkey, which is part of the story. You've got this guy with the crown, he's part of the story. Even this pumpkin is very much a part of the story too. Again, you're gonna have to read the story for yourself. Stories, I definitely need to make that plural so you can find out who these people are. So you've got, like, you can't even really see Dorothy in the illustration because there's just so much going on. I want to say that's her, but I cannot be positive. Okay, like I said though, this is judgment. This is one of the most it can be one of the most positive cards of the deck. It can also be one of the most negative, because when you hear that judgment day, everything's coming to an end, that completion comes so that you can achieve the success of the world. Because the judgment in the major arcana sequence, this is the card prior to the success of the world, because it's prior to the world card. And it says, you have to judge yourself fairly. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be compassionate to yourself. And all those things in the past, all those failures, all those mistakes, everything that you might have experienced in the past that made you feel like life was unfair or unbalanced, that's what you need to learn from. That's what you need to take the time to reflect on, so you can learn the lessons they have to teach you and judge yourself fairly in the present. Now, in this particular deck, the Justice card is labeled 8, but in other decks it's labeled 11. Like this one's more Marseille based, I guess, but that 11 would reduce to 2, just as Judgment of the Major Arcana reduces to 2 as well, the number of the High Priestess. It's like trusting your intuition and learning those lessons of the past, all those experiences that made you feel that life wasn't fair and balanced, sharing them, being willing to share that pain and share that story with others, can tell others that, everybody's been there, everybody's had those negative experiences. But when we're able to learn from them, we're able to judge ourselves fairly in the present, so we can really learn the lessons that those past have to teach us, then we can make the future successful. We can make the world what we want it to be and the future what we want it to be. We just have to judge ourselves fairly and compassionately, and judge others the same, and lead with love. Now, as I always want to relate judgment to a song by Shinedown that's called How Did You Love? And if you've heard that song, you know it's a really, really empowering one that reminds us that love is the one thing in the world that matters. Love can make the world a better place. And there's a line in it that says, there is no, they actually say there ain't no judge and jury, but I always say there is no judge and jury. There is no cross to bear. We are the judge and jury. Or there, yeah, you get the idea. There ain't no cross to bear. We are the judge and jury. That whole energy says, like, here in the present moment, we are the ones in control. We are the ones with the fairness and balance that can bring that fairness and balance in the world. We have to be kind to one another. We have to be compassionate with one another and lead with love, which takes us back to this Queen of Cups that was the beginning, or the bottom of the deck that we first saw, like that illustration. Like, she's there, she's focused, she's got her love leading forward, she's focused on that waterfall, she's focused on her ocean of emotion, and she's not letting the doubt, she's not letting hatred or anything come into her heart. She leads with love. So judging ourselves fairly, believing we are worthy of fairness and balance, that's what's going to help us judge ourselves fairly and make our futures what we want it to be. Now, the astrological correspondence to judgment is the planet of Pluto. Pluto, I always like to point out, once upon a time, Pluto was like our 9th planet. It was just as important as the rest of the planets, and then scientists decided, no, it's too small. It can't be that big of a deal now. But Pluto is still very much a big deal when it comes to astrology. It's the planet of transformation, the planet of revolution, and it's definitely, it doesn't care what other people think. That's how I always see it. It still knows its worth. So when we know our own worth, when we let love lead our way forward and share that kindness and compassion with others, and know that we are worthy of fairness and balance, know that we are worthy of justice in our lives, then we can judge ourselves fairly too, and be kind and compassionate to ourselves, and learn from the past, not letting the past make us think that we aren't worthy of fairness and balance. Now, interesting thing about Pluto, which I'll probably do this in another video and talk about it, you've probably seen it other places too. Pluto will be moving into the zodiac sign of Aquarius, which at the time of this video is the time the sun is in there too. Actually, at this exact time, if you're watching this video the day it comes out, then that's the same day that Pluto moves into Aquarius as well. It's going to stay there, it's going to move out of there a little bit, and it's going to come back and stay there for 20 years. In November, I think that's when it's going to hit, and it's going to be there for like at least until 1943 or 2043, 2044. And this is a huge deal. It really is. Like I said, this is transformative, this is revolutionary. Things are going to get crazy. Things are going to be, we're just going to have to see. The Irish curse there was may you live in interesting times, and we definitely do. There's so much like connecting us, and yet we're so apart at the same time because we're so focused on our screens and our phones and stuff like that. But we need to be focused on ourselves. We need to be focused on that love and compassion. We need to make the world a better place while we're here. And judgment appearing as the advice says absolutely we can. We need to learn from our experiences in the past, learn from our own past experiences, learn from the experiences of humanity throughout the years. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was nearly, it might be, 300 years ago, over 300 years ago, because it was 1777, I believe, to about 1796, 1797. And a lot of things occurred in that time. The Revolutionary War was around that time. America became a country during that time. So things can get really, really interesting there. All these people in this illustration, they're all coming together, they're all celebrating. So who knows, maybe in 20 years we'll all come together and celebrate too. We'll have much more compassion for each other, much more fairness, much more sharing with others, sharing our kindness and compassion instead of evil and hatred and all the stuff that seems to be going on in the world. Because bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups says the way forward is to lead with love, lead with compassion, lead with empathy. Like I said with Libra when we started, with justice connecting to Libra, a lot of times that energy focuses on their loved ones, making sure their partners are happy and wanting their partners to lead. And the Queen of Cups, who's astrologically connected to the zodiac sign of Cancer, the mother archetype of the zodiac, she does the same thing. She's very focused on the happiness and compassion of others, making sure that they are content, they are happy. But it's just as important to lead with love in our own lives, have compassion for ourselves, forgive our pasts and learn from them, so that we can share our kindness and empathy with others and know that life can be fair and balanced because we're letting our hearts lead our way. So have compassion for yourself, share your light with the world, share your kindness, share your wisdom, share your intuition, and trust yourself. We can make the future what we want it to be when we are kind and compassionate and let love lead our way forward. That is what the Shadow of Oz, I feel, shares with us today. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and as again, get this reading. I can do personal ones with this deck or any deck in my collection. It's your choice to choose. It's always your choice what you want to do in your life. You chose to watch this video, and I greatly appreciate you doing so. If you want your personal one directly towards you, then feel free to comment, message me on any of these socials, book one directly on my website. All of those are available. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.